Hey, yo, how's it going, everybody? Have for y'all today another live coverage of one of my teammates' games for DPL, aka the Draft Premier League. I was a couple turns into this and my OBS crashed apparently. Hopefully that doesn't happen again, but we're gonna rewatch these first couple of turns. I think that we're only like on turn 13. So we have very defensive Venusaur on Jolt's end, defensive Talonflame, physically defensive Gastrodon, Life Orb, defensive Clefable, Expert Belt Latios, and offensive SixftHax Eviolite Sneasel. So getting rid of the Cobra on Victini is really nice for Sneasel to be able to trap it potentially, as his opponent decides to go for the Psychic on the Latios switch in here, and then TJB goes for the knockoff as Venusaur comes in here. Venusaur, I think, is pretty much forced to go for the Synthesis as his opponent makes a nice play here, and Jolt decides to kind of leave in his Venusaur here. I believe that was a little bit risky for Jolt. I don't know if that might have been his best play to do, because Venusaur does kind of come in handy to potentially deal with the Greninja, and unfortunately Latios has now got burned, and this is in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, so burn does 12% as he is forced out here, and Greninja reveals to have the U-turn. So Sneasel is not going to probably do too much in this game here, as that does way too much damage, and he's gonna go for another one. Jolt does stay in here, goes for the softball, and I'm guessing maybe the Bruce Lee does not have, what's it called, Poison Jab potentially, or maybe that was like Adamant Reckless or something insane. Actually, no, does Reckless boost high jump kick? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does, right? Yeah. So Excadrill is looking a little bit scary if it potentially SDs. So what is he gonna want to do here? I don't think that Jolt loses anything in just going for knock. If he gets rid of this Electros, then Jolt doesn't have to worry about something like a grass move, as he makes a nice play there, goes for the Icicle Crash on the incoming Hitmonlee. Obviously TJB expected the knockoff, and Hitmonlee being gone is really good because now that's pressure off of Venusaur and off of Clefable. Unfortunately though, this Greninja is still looking like a problem potentially. Also Talonflame, I'm not sure what it's going to end up doing entirely this match. Let's see, hopefully he can heal up his Mega Venusaur, because Mega Venusaur is actually pretty difficult for TJB to try and break through. I guess the only downside is that in Sand, he only gains back 25%, which is a little bit bad. Like, Jolt's probably one of the best ORAS players here, so hopefully we can win this. We are up 3-2. I was able to win my match. Virgie, I uploaded that live comm yesterday, and Marin Varen, they both lost their games. I couldn't catch Marin Varen's match. I apologize, I've only been recording the ORAS games. I promise I'm going to try and get some of the Ultra Sumo games as well. It's just timing and stuff. I've just been around for the Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire games. So I've been around for the 6th gen games, haven't been around for the 7th gen games, and I do apologize about that. So if the people here take too long to make these plays, I'll probably just kind of cut the audio here and there. So he's going to go for the Ice Shard just to get off a little bit of chip. I guess this way Jolt does gain momentum somehow, and I think TJB's forced into either Eel or Hippowdon, because if Excadrill comes in, then Latios comes in. Oh, okay. I don't know, this is a little risky. I guess Latios doesn't exactly KO Drill with the Surf. It is only Expert Belted. So does Jolt want to maybe bring in Gastrodon here? Honestly, like, if you look at TJB's team, he has no switch-in for Gastrodon whatsoever. I think Jolt's pretty much forced into Gastrodon, unless he feels like being aggressive and bringing in the Latios. But I don't think this would be Scarf Drill. Obviously, first off, he doesn't have Mold Breaker. And if it was Sand Rush with Scarf, that'd be really odd, I think. So we're going to see what Jolt wants to try and do here, potentially. Again, I really feel like Gastro comes in. So Gastro might be the safest play that he can do, because, again, there's no switching to Scald on TJB's team. Yeah, he's got a Greninja, but if it gets burned and it's more physically orientated, then that's going to be really bad for it. I guess he could try to burn the Eel on the switch, and the only issue with Eel is that it may have the Grass Knot, so that is a little bit bad for Jolt here. He could actually try to bring in Talonflame and maybe go for a Will-O-Wisp. No, so he's going to feel like being aggressive with the Latios here. If this is Scarf Drill, with Sand Rush, I'm gonna be in awe, honestly. That's wild. I guess that actually eliminates the threat of Drill a little bit, because it's only really a threat if it Swords Dances for free, which Jolt should not let anything Swords Dance for free. Oh! Oh, that was a really good double on Jolt's part. Again, like, yeah, there's no reason for that to be Scarf Drill. There's no reason, and he gets a free synthesis here. Like, Super Fang, that's fine. I think Jolt can honestly just synthesis up again. If he wants to be aggressive, he could try and go for maybe the Sludge Bomb or the knockoff to get rid of the potential Assault Vest on this eel, but I don't even think getting rid of knockoff is that important, is it? Oh, and the miss is incoming. So now Jolt is in an amazing position. Like, this Mega Venusaur being healthy is super bad for TJB. He lost Victini. I don't think Greninja ever comes close to OHKOing with extra sensory. And what has this Electros revealed to have for this? Just Super Fang, honestly. Like, Jolt could literally just click Sludge Bomb here for free. Get a poison? No poison, but his opponent is able to land the second Super Fang. The more weak that this Electros gets, the better it is for Jolt, because that's one less issue for him to then have to deal with as he goes for the Giga Drain. Somebody stop this man. Stop this man right now. So, is he going to go for Giga Drain again? Yes, does a nice amount to the Drill. Again, Mega Venusaur, man. Mega Venusaur being so fat in 6th gen, specifically because there wasn't as bad of a power creep, is going to be huge for Jolt in this scenario right now. So, let's see. What does TJB want to do now? I don't know if Jolt wants to risk giving him a free Swords Dance. Oh my lord! Bro, somebody please. Somebody please get Jolt out of here. This man is just on a roll currently. Like, don't get me wrong, TJB still playing well. I think Swords Dance there was a respectable play, because Gastrodon could have been very free to switch in here. So Jolt, knowing that if he lets this Drill get a free Swords Dance, is super bad for him, he decided to be aggressive with the Giga Drain there, which again I think is a pretty good play on Jolt's part. This puts Jolt in a very good position to where Talonflame could potentially win if the Hippowdon gets even more weak, or if he's just able to burn the Hippowdon with the Talonflame, because this is a very bulky Talonflame. It's got Dual Stab, Will-O-Wisp, and Roost. And if he's able to prevent TJB from getting up rocks, that is even better for Jolt in this scenario. Did Jolt at all bring rocks? He had rocks on the Clefable there, which is a fat defensive Life Orb set. I'm guessing the Life Orb is so Flamethrower can just do that extra little bit of damage now. And I'm not sure if this Drill is in range of Brave Bird or not. He does have a little bit of attack EVs, but it's not more than like 100. I think it's 88, right? Yeah, I'm trying to find the squad here. It is 88, okay. So, really nice play on TJB's part there, as he's able to KO the Clefable on the switch in. Does Jolt losing Clefable really matter that much? I guess it would have been nice to bring in Clef on the Hippo, but if that is mixed Hippo, then I don't even think Life Orb Moonblast would have been doing much, because this Clefable is not running any special attack investment. So, if this is not a super bulky Drill, which knowing Jolt, he's probably checking calcs right now just to try and find out exactly what this extra Drill is. Talonflame could potentially revenge kill him with the Brave Bird. Again, like, Hippo's at 44, the Eel's at 48. Yeah, I think this just gets a kill, doesn't it? Yeah, and this is not 7th gen, guys. This is back in 6th gen when Talonflame had access to Gale Wing its entire time it was in. It doesn't even matter that it just lost 6%. Like in 7th gen, you can only have Gale Wings once you're at 100%. Well, Talonflame can still have priority Brave Bird even if it's at like 5%. So that's really good for Jolt. I think Jolt still just clicks Flare Blitz. Like, TJB has no switching to this Talonflame. He needs to sack something here. And honestly, Jolt loses nothing by just going for the Flare Blitz. Yeah, Jolt's in a really good spot here. From the looks of it, I don't think Greninja is one shot. And this Hippo could be a bit of a nuisance. Again, Jolt does have the Will-O-Wisp. So if he thinks that this Hippo does not have a rock move, then Jolt could go for the Willow. And then from there, well, actually, no, that could be a little bit bad. Yeah, I was going to say, if he did Willow and took a rock move, then Talonflame would probably be under 50%, and then it's Roost, Mind Games. But like earlier, bro, TJB has no switching. He lost Electros, he lost Victini. Even Hitmonlee would have been able to live one move from this Venusaur. But Giga Drain is literally just free for Jolt. Honestly, I feel like Jolt just has this in the bag. If he loses Drill, he loses a very scary sweeper. This is the potential last turn of Sand if he sacks off the Hippo. Greninja doesn't switch in. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Jolt just gets a kill here. So no more Sand for the Drill. That means Latios is able to outspeed it and pressure it. If I was Jolt, I'd probably just hard switch into Gastrodon here. I don't think Gastrodon's really doing anything at this point because Mega Venusaur lives one hit easily from the Greninja, and then Talonflame is still going to be able to get off that priority Brave Bird. I would honestly sack Gastrodon here because what Jolt can also do is by sacking off Gastro, he can then just bring in Latios. So his opponent tried to go for the flinch there. I mean, that's a fine play. That's a fine play. Jolt can keep differential here, but there's no way I think that this Greninja wins. So he goes for the Night Slash, and ladies and gentlemen, the Mahomies are able to beat DPL's worst team 4-2, and I will see you guys next week with my week 2 match, and then with some of my teammates' week 2 battles as well. So yeah, I really hope you guys have been enjoying this. Like, I honestly like to treat these as just extra uploads, which is why these live commentaries are probably going up the same day as different videos, because I don't want this to be my sole video for the day. So yeah, I hope you guys have been enjoying this. Hit that thumbs up button down below, guys, would be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. And with that being said, I'll see you either later today with another upload, or this will be the second upload for that day. But yeah, later, everybody.